Welcome to Xtra, presented by VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter, very censored. I definitely know where I want to go. In fact, this is something that I wanted to bring up a while back. This is definitely something that I thought about, wrote it down in my mind's eye, but lost the memo, lost the paper, lost all of the information that was readily and available for recall, or to make it easier, or to make me be able to recall this bit of information that I definitely wanted to share, because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. I remember a lot of firsts. I remember a lot of first times, a first time that I did this, a first time that I done that. I remember a lot of firsts, and there's definitely some firsts that I don't remember, that I can't recall, that for whatever reason, it's possible that I blocked it out mentally, possibly that I just can't recall because there's not a strong enough link upon or link to something that is concrete or more solid, or with a solid foundation in my long-term memory. Whereas I'm constantly opening that door. I'm constantly engaging that memory that's stored in long-term. Or it could just, let's just say, I just don't recall. I thought it happened, but it just didn't happen, or some version of that. Hopefully you get the drift. Hopefully I was able to underscore this. If not, I'd suggest you just go back, like press that button, go back and play those 2 or 90 seconds, 2 minutes or 90 seconds, just replay that again. And hopefully that helps. If not, I'd suggest you reach out virtually and maybe, just maybe, we can come to an understanding of the explanation. If not, there is a button. Just go ahead and press it. It's the easy button. Go ahead and press the easy button, and everything else will just fall into place. Go ahead and just tappa that easy button, and everything else is A-OK. There's a lot of firsts that I've had. Some I can remember, some I can't remember, but this is definitely a first that I do recall. And it definitely falls in I probably should have did that later on, but by doing that, that was definitely a signal. That was definitely a change, because everything that was taking place, everything that was going on, everything that was happening around that time frame, that definitely signaled, I should say, signal, like SIGNAL, signal. This definitely signaled a new beginning, a change, a difference, going in a different direction, a new path, something to that nature. I gave multiple choices. You pick, you choose. I'm just the narrator. And this was definitely shaving my head. So let me just go ahead and say that now, because I definitely don't want to beat around the bush, and I definitely don't want to play any games when it comes to this. And it was definitely shaving my head. I did it probably too early than I should have, but it definitely. And don't worry, peeps. I'm not going to use the word definitely anymore. I think you get it. I think you get it. It signaled a point of new beginning, change, and all of the other stuff that goes with something new. Not necessarily improve, just different. And I shaved my head. And when I did it, it was the first time that I did it on purpose. It was the first time that I did it on purpose. I didn't know what I was doing. Everything went right. My left, your right. Everything went right. My left, your right. From using a razor before just buzz cutting it all down. Mistake 1. Mistake 2 was probably just doing it, period. Doing it at all was mistake 2. But let's just say it was definitely needed and necessary because I was going from a fro to no hair. And the reason I had a fro, because this was at that point, that stage in my life where I just didn't give a F, probably was in perpetual go mode or wishing a mofo would about that life and everything else that falls into that category of not giving a F. Therefore, let the hair grow out, had the fro, and was just letting it be known. I ain't the one. Don't challenge. Don't mess with. I'm about that life. Not them games, but that life. You dig, you dug, good. Me shaving my head was a change from that. An acknowledgement of, okay, it's time to care. Okay, it is time to do something new, do something different. Look at the situation and understand that this situation isn't something that I'm happy with. This situation isn't something that I agree with. This situation is something that I need change. So what can I control? What can I change? What can be different? What can be new? What can be? You get it. And that was for those follicles to get a little closer to the sun. Those are them hair stems to go away. I shaved my head. Probably should have buzzed it down first to get a close cut and then shave the rest. But instead, I kind of cut and then shave. And that just created all kinds of issues, all kinds of problems. Definitely some miscalculations that went involved because I ain't never seen so much blood before. And it wasn't like that I was nicking myself to nick myself, cutting myself to cut myself. It ain't gonna get that bad. It ain't never that bad. That wasn't the case. I'll just leave it at that. That was not the case. Simple as that. I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I heard about not going against the grain. I sort of understood what grain was or grain is, but nah, not really. I was going in all different directions trying to get rid of the hair. And I was using a disposable razor, not the disposables that you use that are expensive, that they keep behind a lock and key because they're disposable. And that's the place where you keep the disposable behind a lock and key because they ain't behind a lock and key. How would you get help? And you would need help from the peeps that work there. And if you can't get help from the peeps that work there, you can't get these items unless you order them. And if you order them, it take a longer time it just take a longer time. instead of just getting there being physically there and getting it and going away, going Betty bye-bye. I messed up. I was going in all different kinds of directions when I was shaving. I was chasing the hair, and I was doing it with a disposable razor, not the expensive kind, but the cheap kind, the plastic kind, the disposable kind, the kind that you just throw away, the kind with one blade. So I was doing this with one blade, not two, not three, not four, not 8, not 16, not however many the highest goes now. Now let's recall, these was decades ago. I don't believe they had 8 or 16. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong. They did have it. I just know that I was working with a one blade situation at the time, a one blade disposable cheapie at the time. And I was cut. I was bleeding. I was going in all different directions. I was definitely knowledgeable enough to actually use some sort of cream for shaving in general. But everything else, I had zero clue of what I was doing. And then that ain't the part that gets me or that hit home the most. That part that hit home and gets me the most is after I shaved and after I got all the blood, the bleeding to stop and the blood wasn't there anymore. It was the two-tone of the head. Cause this was my first time doing it on purpose. I was super, super bright where hair used to be. So it wasn't my regular skin tone. I had a lighter version where hair used to be. And I had my regular version of who I am that deals with vitamin D and deals with the sun and deals with giant stars and deals with the atmosphere and the ozone and all the other things that make me feel good when it's something to feel good about. Make me feel good when there's something to feel good about. My head didn't have that opportunity because it was being covered up with the hair. So that was something that I had no clue was going to happen. That was something that I didn't know existed. Period. I should have at least pondered that it's a possibility. No. It did not even cross my mind. It did not even keep me up. It did not even make me open up a book. Anything to that nature. Nothing at all. But serious. Or but serious or but still. There's two. One works. Or they both works. But I'm going to go with one. But still. Even with the disposable razor, the one blade, the bleeding, the two-tone head, working with the two-tone head, and all of that. It was definitely needed for the time because it signaled a new beginning. It signaled that I am ready to take the next step. I am ready to change. I am ready to do something. I am ready to let my fro go. It is time for me to go a different direction because I wasn't really enjoying the situation and the direction that I was going at that point in time. It was cool. Yeah, the fro was nice. It was good. It was great. It was definitely something that I dug at that time, but it was time to move on. And I can comp that with the past, let's say 2 to 3 years, whereas I really didn't rock a beard. I really just went clean shaven, didn't rock a beard, but now I'm rocking a beard and I do the beard rocking situation, the beard rocking thing because it's a different look. Not necessarily an improved me, but definitely a new beginning, a new me. And it's what it's signaling because I went from clean shaven. I went from not a baby face, but a smooth baby face, a smooth face like a baby, not a baby face, but a smooth face like a baby, meaning no hair. Yeah, I did that, and it required me to shave just about every day or every other day. And I did that for many, 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 many years. And before that, I just rocked the mustache. So I did shave, but I didn't shave everything. So I did the mustache life for multiple years. Let's just say throw a decade in there, a decade plus. But I have not hit that time frame with the beard now. The beard has been around for about 2 to 3 years. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep that situation. It's definitely not going to go as long as I had the mustache or the clean shaven. It's just too much to work with, too much to handle, too high maintenance. I have to cut it. I have to brush it. I have to comb it. I have to wash it. I have to condition. I have to basically take care of it like it's me. Take care of it like it's needy. Needy me. And nobody likes needy. Nobody likes needy. But if the situation calls for me needing or wanting to feel a new beginning or something new or something different or change the situation, and this will help me get in that mood, this will help me feel that, this will help me trick myself into believing that and doing something about it. And then from there, following everything that I set up, everything that I need to do to get to the goals or to get to what I would like to accomplish in whatever given time frame that I mapped out or that I think is sufficient enough to move forward or to complete whatever it is I'm tasking myself to do at that given moment. Okay, I will. But it ain't it right now. Shaving my head for the first time. It was an adventure. It was an epic journey. It wasn't pure chaos. It had its chaotic moments for sure, but it wasn't pure chaos. It actually was the new beginning. Me going from, let's just say, uber, arrogant, perfectionist, not caring, to just not caring, arrogant, perfectionist, minus the uber. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website at xtra.vdgsports.com. That is xtra.vdgsports.com. This episode is not, I repeat, not NOT, being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, all things Vince, and all things in between Vince. Got it? Good. There's a YouTube as well. VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must, comment if you may. Yeah, it's an option. It's an option. Thank you for listening, and you know what time it be, or time it is, or time it was. Time to go. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Bye. Bye-bye.